What would be your best advice for marriage?
For marriage? Yeah. Oh, boy.
I admire very, very much how you faithfully have served and loved our family and Dad. And you treat Dad so well. I need to treat my husband better. I mean, if I can treat him a little bit the way you treat Dad, I would be doing well. I mean, you're very devoted to.
You know,
dad.
I've grown in my understanding of marriage. I think, sadly, because of the spirit of the age, many young women go into marriage thinking, oh, this is going to solve all my problems. Someone finally loves me and life is going to be all roses and just beautiful because I found my Prince Charming. And I might have had a little bit of that with your dad initially. But as I've grown in my understanding of marriage, it really is your sanctification. Marriage assists in your sanctification, and becoming Catholic or reverting back to my Catholic faith has helped me understand that more and to really live what that means. And, things that maybe drove me crazy about Dad 25 or 30 years ago are just funny now. And it's a blessing to just chuckle together about our weaknesses and know that he can finish a sentence that I begin and I can finish his sentence. So it's really that knowing one another and realizing the small stuff doesn't matter. It's the big stuff. And that humor is a real medicine. I think sometimes we take each other's weaknesses or offenses too seriously instead of just looking at one another as we're both just journeying on this life together, and we want to spend eternity with God, and we want to grow in virtue and become more humble and more servant-like and just give each other grace for so just in every way possible. And of course, forgiveness and just lightheartedness. It really, those things go a long way in a marriage. And just understanding where the other person needs extra grace and extra help to grow and to thrive. And that comes over years. That takes years. And it's difficult, as I'm sure many people would agree. But there's just joy in it. When you embrace hardship and challenge in relationships, it can yield a lot of good fruit and joy. But it does take time. So I would say, did you ask me what advice I would give? I would say be patient, forbearing, forgiving one another just as God has forgiven you. I mean, I think that's from the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah. And don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, good.
Or your partner or husband, wife, as they call it partner nowadays, which just grinds my gears. But your husband or wife, just Christ died for them, as well as yourself and your children. And that's a whole other area where you can grow just in raising children. It's very sanctifying to be married and to raise children as well, as you have discovered, I'm sure.
A tiny little bit. I'm way behind you, obviously.
Yeah.
I watch you parent. I watched you. Obviously, you parented me, of course, and then my siblings through the teen years and all the craziness that can come with that, and young adult years, and the craziness of the culture, and just watching how you and Dad together navigate all of the beauties and challenges of it. I haven't like made the list myself. I probably should do this of what I'm observing that you do that I want to make sure I do. But the imprint that I have the privilege of receiving is there. So I know that's going to help me when my kids, as my children grow, because I have that imprint from you and Dad about, you know, with faith in faith, navigating the growth trajectories of 8 souls. And now you have 6 children-in-law, 6 sons and daughters-in-law, a 7th on the way. My youngest sister just got engaged. Only one brother not married yet, but that's a lot of people. And then you've obviously all the grandchildren. You're very involved in their life as well, in their lives, all 20 plus grandkids. So I guess I'm saying is you're giving this advice, which is very beautiful, and I'm receiving it. But my biggest blessing is getting to just watch you osmosis wise, just live life with Dad and seeing how you guys operate. And I know and I don't just have that privilege. There are many, many people in the community who have that privilege because you guys are so generous. You're involved in so many activities. You have so many people over to your home. You're always giving, giving, giving. So there's a lot of people who have your model to look to, whether they consciously realize it or not. And it's making this beautiful impact.
Well, by God's grace. Yeah. Well, we can certainly, hopefully, and my hope and prayer for my children is to take the good things and leave aside the not so good and to do better. That's my prayer, is that people who interact with me and that people who maybe are my friends, in my circle, that they can take something of value with them, knowing me, and then just leave the not so good, especially my children. I hope that you can, because no family is perfect. And I'm sure Dad and I could tell you and everybody else what not to do when you're raising children. We have a long list of that. So yeah, we're all journeying together, and gratitude, just grateful. I'm so grateful for just the years that I've been given. I'm astounded that I've made it this far. It's very
You're young, Mama. You're got a lot of years left.
I'm very grateful. My grandson said to me, just in the last couple days, 4 years old, "Grandma, why are you so old?" he's fascinated with age, and it's really a gift to grow old. It is, and to have memories and to have dreams, even, as God gives you more and more years. So I'm grateful for that. And that's another sort of key to marriage and child raising, is just gratitude, just to work on that gratitude muscle. I think we can be so affluent, and we have so many things and so many opportunities that I think people can struggle with being grateful just for what they have. And so, especially in their relationships. And I think that, with our children and our spouse and our circle and our friends, family, just to nurture that gratitude and exercise the gratitude muscle empowers you to do more and more. That's what I try to do.